And it will be good to read the instructions. I don't know where I found that. I think I came across it earlier. But pretty much if you have an LLC, you could allocate a general partner session for the LLC member member managers, and the partners that are not active in the business can be the limited partners. So let's, okay, it's now, let's go to page 45, page 50, and I mean they have information on qualified business income. You can read as well to see if you need that information. But we are looking for analysis of net income. So they say to report all amount of LLC members on the line for limited partners, but it can be a little bit confusing, so you might want to read it. So general partner, so if the partnership principal activity is a trade or business, classify the general partner as an active. But if he didn't participate, you classify him as a passive, like his income, his or her income, like income or loss. And pretty much you can read what the options are. And for passive, classify as passive all limited partner in a partnership whose principal activity is a trade or business or rental activities. But then they have portfolio activity to classify all partners as active. But if the partnership cannot make a reasonable determination whether a partner participation in a trade or business activity is material, or whether a partner's participation in a rental activity is active, classify the partner as passive. So you can read all the options to see what qualify for your business. So in this case, a portfolio income in the real estate business, but a portfolio, the activity was generated through a portfolio income, we classify, and the two partners, we classify the partners as general partners and use individual passive for the loss. It might be a little bit against what they say in 5 to classify activities from portfolio activity for all partners as active. But once again, because it is from a passive activity, the loss is put under passive for general partners. So that's pretty much how you complete your form 1065 for your LLC or your partnership. And if you're not required to complete schedule L, M1 or M2, you just leave them blank and you pretty much print everything out. And when you print out, you sign it and you make copies. And I have a video to cover how you make copies and assemble your return. And you can find it on page 10. And also on page 5, you'll find the address. Let's talk about that. Where do you mail your 1040? Well, depending on your assets, your total assets, and where your state is located, you'll choose the address that should be on the envelope where you'll send your return. And remember, for 2020, the return is due by March 15, 2021. So let's take an example here. We are in the state of Iowa. So for any amount, that's the Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service Center, Ogden, Utah, 84201-0011. So you locate your state, find the assets description, the assets limitation, and then choose the address that corresponds to the colon, the row your state is in, and that's the address you will put on the envelope. And remember to put the address on the envelope before you continue. And when you are done, you print the form, you sign it, you make copies, and you just put in the envelope and mail it. And how do you assemble your documents? So it will be on page very surprised I have not seen it yet, but it will be on the first few pages. So I have now. Let's go up a little bit more. Pretty much the first 5 pages of the Form 1040, the first 5 pages of the Form 1065, followed by Form ADA 25 if you have a rental property, and then followed by Form 1125A if you have a cost of goods, you have inventory, and you complete Form 1125A. So the first 5 pages, rental, real estate, Form ADA 25, Form 1125A, cost of goods sold, and then you'll have Schedule K1s, and you'll have the attachments. If you have Schedule B, that will follow after Schedule K1s. And if you have forms in a numerical order, you'll add them as well, and you add attachments. So if you have attachment for box 13, it will follow. And then if you have so you have Schedule K1s, you'll have attachment for Schedule K for the boxes numbers in their numerical order, and then you'll have attachments for Schedule K1s that will have the box numbers as well. So attachments to Schedule K will have the lines 13 and 18, for instance, and attachments supporting document for Schedule K1 will follow, and that will have the box numbers as well. So it's in that order. So you'll add the forms, and then you'll add the attachments, and make sure on the attachments you have you have the business name, the business EIN number, and then pretty much, the year, the Schedule K, supporting document, the loan you are trying to support. You add that as well, and you can do that in Excel or in Word, depending on what you are trying to attach. So that's pretty much how you complete your Form 1065. Make sure you download the form and the instructions so that you can just read through and complete the form one line at a time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you all that subscribe to our channel. We thank you very much for listening to our podcast and to read our blog articles. And we will have Form 1065 and instruction for Form 1065 on under free download section of our blog ninasoap.com, where you can download them. You'll find the links there to download it from IRS websites, and you can start completing it for your business. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting LLC YouTube channel, Liberman Consulting LLC podcast, and ninasoap.com, our blog. We do have our online store, including liberdownload.com for our digital products, liberoutlets.com for resale products, liberlabel.com for custom apparels and stationery, and ninasoap.com for natural products. We'll have another video for how to complete Schedule K1, and we will have instructions for the form on our blog as well. And probably if you want to see how it is laid out, you'll be able to take a look at the the supplemental. Let's see, it's not what I was trying to click on. Yeah, I didn't show. Yeah, we will work on that one, but yeah, I just want to show another supplement. But yeah, thank you so much for your time.